stellar structure is the internal structure of stars, which gives information about luminosity, color, and future evolutions of the star. So internal structure is different for different classes and ages of stars having different energy transport mechanism. So this figure shows the cross section of sun having main four layers. A core at the center is more dense and hotter. Next is the radiative zone, which is a thicker zone, thicker layer, and after that there is a thinner layer called convective zones, and the whole layers are covered by a spherical layer which is called photosphere, which emits radiations in form of light. So different layers of the stars transport heat up and outward in different ways. They follow convection and radiative transfer, but thermal conduction is important in white dwarf. The internal structure of main sequence stars depend upon the mass of stars. So in massive stars greater than 1.5 solar mass, the core temperature is about 1.8 into 10 to 7 Kelvin. So hydrogen to helium fusion occupies primarily via the CNO cycle. So this figure shows the different transport mechanism of low mass, intermediate mass, and high mass stars. So low mass have radiative cores, high mass have convective cores, and a fundamental difference in the structure of low mass and high mass stars are low mass stars implies radiative core, convective envelopes, and the high mass stars implies convective cores, radiative envelopes. Next is Hertz-Sprung-Russell's diagram. So Hertz-Ether diagram is the main tool in the study of stellar evolution. It plots the temperature of stars against their luminosity or color of stars against their absolute magnitude. And this is also known as color magnitude diagram. The main sequence is stretching from upper left to bottom right. That is hot luminous stars to cool fainter stars. And the red giant and supergiant occupy the region above the main sequence. The white dwarfs stars are the final evolutionary stage of low to intermediate mass stars and are found in bottom left. So next is nuclear fusion in stars. So nuclear fusion provides balances. The nuclear fusion reaction rate in stars describe that the universe is changing in one direction, that is from hydrogen to helium. So the question arises is a more massive star has a higher or lower central temperature. So answer is higher, of course, because this was due to hydrostatic equilibrium. A higher central temperature means the proton-proton rate is higher and more energy is released. This means a larger luminosity. So for stars on the main sequence, more massive stars means a higher luminosity stars. So this explains why the main sequence exhibits a luminosity temperature relations and why as we move to higher temperature and luminosity along the main sequence, you are also moving along main sequence. So this figure shows that as we move toward higher temperature, we are moving toward higher luminosity. It means that we are moving toward the mass sequence. Next is hydrostatic equilibrium. So equilibrium is stable if small perturbations are damped and unstable if they are amplified. The cloud is unstable if it is either very massive at a given temperature or very cool at given mass for gravity to overcome the gas pressure. This is known as the law of hydrostatic equilibrium. So when stars are in hydrostatic equilibrium, they will either expand or contract. So first figure in this slide, it shows that gravity compression is balanced by pressure outward during hydrostatic equilibrium. And the another diagram in the middle, it shows greater gravity compresses the gas, making it denser and hotter. So the outward pressure increases. Next figure, which is the last one, which shows deeper layers have more gravity compression. So they have greater outward pressure to compensate. So in the next slide, we have tried to find the pressure gradient, which is balancing the gravity. So This is find out by this equation shown below, which is pressure gradient in the box. And this is equation of hydrostatic equilibrium, shows how the pressure in the sun changes to balance gravitational collapse. So next we are going to stability of stars. So pressure greater than gravity implies that cloud expands and get bigger, and pressure less than gravity, that implies cloud contracts, gets smaller. And if pressure is equal to gravity, it implies that cloud stays the same size, hydrostatic equilibrium. Now I call